I'm heartbroken. How about you guys? Well, welcome in to Phins Football Podcast. This is B Trill. I just want to say happy Thursday. Not really a happy Thursday. Kind of a depressed, somber, kind of almost as if you just visited a funeral of a family member. Not to get dark, which is kind of why I have the shades on amongst many, many analogies. The fact that the lights were too bright for Miami on primetime against an 0-3 Tennessee Titans. The fact of the franchise that we're now again losing Jalen Phillips for the season. And again, with the thought that we were going to do something this year. Again, I don't want to dwell on all the negative, so I'll first start off with thanking all of you for the ones that keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing and sharing, and of course, all my new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want to say this channel wouldn't be anything without you. Definitely keep it going. Let people know that I'm out there. Of course, this isn't the happiest episode. Again, the key word of the day is heartbroken. If we won on Monday night, we actually would be 2-2. It wouldn't feel as so much of a huge loss. Again, it hurts because I was there to witness it, there to see it. In Miami, and it was just not fun. When you have a final score of 31-12 and you lose to an 0-3 Tennessee Titans, it hurts. When we go over the stats and the box score, you'll see why we lost. But we'll get into that in just a moment. First thing is biggest news. Our boy Jalen, he's done again for another season. So last year he went down against the Jets on Black Friday with an Achilles injury. This year, it's his knee. And it's early. It's only October 3rd. It's sad. We lose him already. He's such a young player. He's battled so many injuries his whole career, including those concussions, which is why he retired. He retired before getting drafted. He ended playing football. But it was very encouraging seeing his Instagram post stating that he is going to be trying to return to the field. He said he's going to keep fighting, that he has a journey, and he hasn't yet succeeded what he set out to do. Not word for word, but that was a general message, is that he's a warrior. He's going to keep fighting. It's just sad the amount of obstacles that these players have to go through with battling injuries, with their body not staying healthy. It's a contact sport. Even these non-contact injuries, they're because they push their bodies to the limit to entertain us, which is insane. But, of course, it's for the love of the game. It's sometimes, and most of the times, for the money. But with Jalen Phillips being out for the season, we will be having Bradley Chubb and Cameron Good. They will be returning to practice. They haven't yet, though. They will be coming off the PUP list soon because that was only for 4 weeks. So I think they have a 21-day window to designate them to return. I think that's how it works. But right now, Chubb and Cameron Good are not back at practice. With that, we're probably going to have Agba, who had that huge interception. He will be starting alongside Chop Robinson. Of course, we do have our other rookie, Mohamed Kamara. So hopefully he'll step in and play. Um, but yeah, we have very, very thin depth. We have 4 defensive ends that are healthy. So hopefully we can maybe pick somebody up in free agency. But right now, it's just not looking good. With Phillips going down again, it's again heartbreaking. Theme of the show. But some good news. Do have good news. Teron Armstead is back at practice after a concussion protocol. Kendall Fuller also back at practice. Who else is back at practice? OBJ. I know we've been waiting since we made that trade. We have not seen him on a practice field. So Odell Beckham Jr. is finally on the practice field, and reports from Wes Welker is he's looking great. He's looking like the OBJ that we wanted. Also returning to practice, we have Cam Smith. But of course, it's we need depth with Fuller coming back, Cam Smith coming back. Hopefully Ramsey continues to play at his high caliber. He was doing everything on Monday to play the best that he could. He was blitzing. He was getting tackles for loss. He was swatting the ball down. He was everywhere on the field, which I love. I love seeing him play 100% even when they're losing the way they are. With everything, Poyer is also nursing an injury. He has a sleeve on his left shin. So that was spotted on Wednesday. It looks like either Marcus May or Elijah Campbell will get the start. So either one I do have faith in. Elijah Campbell doesn't have as much experience, but Marcus May, he started for a long time. I remember when he was playing for the New York Jets, he was phenomenal. That's when I wanted Miami to pick him up, was back in his prime days with the Jets. But then he went to, I believe it was the Saints for a little while. But now he's on our squad, and he has started. So he is a starter, and not missing too much if Poyer doesn't play, but Poyer does have that IQ. He is a ball hawk. We haven't got that pick yet. He did drop that one. But so we need these injuries and these players to start getting healthy, because if we had a full roster, think about the rotation. If we still had Phillips, if we had Chubb, Chop Robinson, Mo Kamara, that rotation would be so nice with Zach Sealer, Campbell. I haven't seen anything with Benito Jones, but Hand's been playing decent. Seeing that rotation of the defensive line will cause a lot more pressure, and our linebackers, they're playing good. They're playing decent. It's tough. Our defense has been playing well. We've been getting turnovers. It's just third downs and big plays, we kind of give up and lose the game that way. Speaking of giving up and losing, Hill, he had 2 drops, 2 crucial drops. The one ended up behind the line of scrimmage. It was a backwards pass. Did go in a video replay, but of course that was a fumble. And we lost the ball, and I believe that turned into points. So Hill had 2 drops, and Waddle actually had a drop. Waddle had a big drop in the third quarter, where I thought we would start getting some rhythm back. And ironically, that was like the same play from the first play of the game, Snoop's first pass of the game, where he actually caught it over the middle. We need to attack the middle of the field. If you heard the commentating, because I went back and looked at the replay, if you heard the commentating, we needed to attack the field. We needed to get those quick plays out. We needed to make sure we hit our reads and just do what Tua does. But I know it's in a sense, everybody hated on Tua. Now we see where that quick release, that accuracy, and that quick decision-making came into play. It's hard to just pick that up in this offense. So Snoop, he needs to do the quick reads and also run more. He had, 4 rushes for 40 yards? That's pretty good. It did add another dynamic to the game. I think he had a 19-yard run. Actually, I'm going to go over the stats in a little bit. But a 19-yard run. I don't think Tua's ever had a 19-yard run. So, yep, run the ball more. That would be great. But when we ran the ball or even had decent plays, called back. It was either holding or there was illegal formation. So Snoop Huntley, I think it happened at least 3-4 times, maybe even more that game. He got caught where the wide receivers were not set yet, and he would hike the ball too early. We need to wait and make sure that our wide receivers are set, that we don't have two men in motion, that we time it out so we're not getting these negative plays, because HN would have a 6-7 yard run, call back on legal formation. We would have a pass out the middle, finally catch it, finally convert a third down, get called back on a legal formation. I think we had 2 or 3 in a row. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all. Majority of the game was pretty close. It was either a 3-point game or a 6-point game. I think at one point it was a 9 or 10-point game. It was never too far out of reach until the end of the game. Tyreek Hill, he almost had that deep shot. In the third quarter, it was 3rd and 17. Snoop Huntley dropped back, threw it deep. So early on in the game, he missed him too short. He had Tyreek Hill burned his defender. He was gone, and Snoop underthrew him. Tyreek Hill had to come back to try to catch the ball. This time, Snoop overthrew him. Again, with that speed, it's hard to get that timing. And we thought it was just, Tua didn't know what he was doing. No, Tua had the accuracy. He had the timing down. He was able to make a quick step drop and get rid of the ball down the field, and Tyreek could underrun it or run under it to catch it. That would have made it a 3-point game. If we scored that, at that time, it was 16 to 6. It would have been 13-6 in the third quarter. We would have been down by 3. It would have been a whole different ball game. We wouldn't have been able. We didn't have much of a running game either, but we didn't have to abandon the running game. I'll get into the stats again in a little bit. But my biggest question, the way we ended that first half, like no efficiency, no urgency, no trying to get points. We got the ball, 57 seconds. We either had 2 or 3 timeouts, and we didn't do anything. We didn't push the ball down the field. We didn't take any deep shots. We did, I think, a couple of screen or dump-off plays for first and second down that got us like 3 yards each. And then on third down, we held the ball, and I think that's when Snoop fumbled it and got sacked. But he recovered his fumble. But we didn't try anything. I think it was like 3rd and 8 at that point, and we ran the ball. We ran the ball with like 20-something seconds left and punted it, and then gave them time to actually drive down the field. It was because of a 30-yard punt. Come on, Jake Bailey. 30-yard punt. That was one play away. I think that's when it went to Calvin Ridley right down the middle. Set up the field goal. And we went into the half instead of 6-3, 9-3. I believe is what it was. We can't let that happen. We can't play scared. Can't play conservative. Play aggressive. We have the speed to do it. Play with that. But I don't know. It's just it's not fun when we don't have the rhythm. When we keep getting penalties, it's killing us. We're not doing anything. These illegal formations are just bringing us back. Let's dive into some stats. One of the biggest ones that I want to get into is the efficiency on third down. We went, 1 for 13 against Seattle? 1 for 13 against Seattle. Now we went 2 and 12. But guess what? we held Tennessee to 2 and 12 on third down. So we both went 2 for 12 on third down, but the score ended up being 31 to 12. So those first and second down plays, we didn't do much. We did go, what was it? 1 for 3 on fourth down. So again, that one was that sweep, that Tyreek Hill end around. He couldn't get to the corner. That one wasn't the best call. Late in the game, we had to go for it again. So first downs right now, Tennessee had 16, Miami had 13. Total plays, Tennessee had 62, Miami had 54. Total yards, Tennessee 244, Miami 184. Passing 102, we held them to. They held us to 78 yards passing. 78. Rushing 142, Tennessee, Miami 106. Penalties, we had 10 penalties for 98 yards. Tennessee had 8 for 69 yards. Turnovers were 1 apiece. It's terrible. As far as Dolphins stats, Tyler Huntley, he went 14 for 22, 96 yards. I counted the sacks. Rushing, he had 8 carries, 40 yards, 5-point average at 20-yard rush. Jalen Wright actually had 9 carries for 32 yards. Tyreek Hill, 3 for 19. Achane, 10 carries, 15 yards. Terrible. Waddle had 4 catches, 36 yards. Tyreek Hill, 4 catches, 23 yards. Tanner Conner, 2 for 15. Achane, 3 for 14. Malik, 1 for 8. That's it. That is it. That's all we have for stats. It's terrible. We didn't move the ball. We weren't in rhythm. I'm hoping with OBJ coming back, Malik Washington is back, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle need to stop dropping the pass. Jonnu Smith, please use him more. He is such a weapon. If you get him the ball, he can break tackles and run fast. Please. Hopefully, Raheem Mostert comes back. He's missed a couple games, and then maybe we get that 3-headed monster for the first time this year. We have chances to get healthy. We have chances to turn this season around. Who knows? Maybe Tua does come back. But we need Snoop to win a game for us. We're going against New England this week. They're not pushovers. Thought they would be with a rookie coach, rookie quarterback, as you saw in my win production early on. But I'll be coming out with my game preview coming up. Tonight, I got the Buccaneers. Just Baker Mayfield. I think they look better than Atlanta. But I'll have my predictions and previews for this weekend coming up. I'll probably do that maybe tomorrow, maybe Saturday. But I just want to say thank you for keep tuning in. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. Again, I'm heartbroken. I'm depressed. I thought we had a huge future. Kind of all just went out the window a little bit, but maybe miracles can happen. Maybe this season can get turned around. But I'm going to keep staying positive. I just want to say keep tuning in, keep sharing, keep liking. And until next time, I want to say Phins up, family. And this is B Trill with Phins Football Podcast. Adios.